Hey guys, what's up? As you all know, PlayStation 4 is now out. It come out in the UK. It come out last night at midnight. I'm actually waiting for mine to get delivered here today. It should be here within the next few hours. I just come back from Argos, which is down the road from me now, and I just purchased Battlefield 4 on PlayStation 4. So if my PlayStation 4 doesn't actually arrive, I've wasted my money. Um, But of course, there's not really a big list of games to choose from. So I have 5 games which I really want and I'm really anticipated about. I've been looking forward to them for a while now. Um, of course, it's opinion based, so you might not agree with the games I choose, or you might agree with the games I choose. Maybe you didn't even know these games existed. Um, well, of course, the first game I will say that you should get is Battlefield 4, of course, because it's Battlefield. Um, I'm not really too much of a fan of Call of Duty, although Zombies was quite cool, but they've kind of cut that out now in Ghosts and put some alien kind of invasion thing, which I had to go on PlayStation 3, which wasn't that great, but it was alright. And of course, in Battlefield 4, it says it's 66 online, 66 players you can play online with, which sounds quite fun. I've watched a lot of gameplay videos of Battlefield 4 and it looks awesome. I've looked at all the dynamics and how it was made, and DICE are very good at creating games, and of course they're owned by EA, and EA is of course great as well. So for that reason, Battlefield 4 is a must-have game. I'd much rather buy Battlefield 4 than buy Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is literally, if you don't know how to shoot, you don't know how to play the game. That's Call of Duty, all it is shooting, whereas Battlefield is an actual battlefield. There's a lot more going on, flying planes, driving boats, driving vehicles, etc. So Battlefield is much more like a war game rather than just a linear shooter. So yeah, Battlefield 4 is really cool for that. My second game, it's not really the top of my choice, but because I would like to have a variety of games for my PlayStation 4, is Need for Speed Rivals. Um, Normally I wouldn't go out there and buy a racing game just because they get quite boring after a while, but Need for Speed Rivals is open world, and I'm really a big fan of open world games, as there's a lot of fun to be had, especially with online. I've watched a few gameplay vids of Need for Speed Rivals, and it does look really good, like being able to customize your cars, etc. Being able to choose to play as either the bad guy or the cop. I know Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, there was the choice of being a police officer and chasing down the bad guy in the race, but that wasn't really too involving for the player, because it was literally a set race, whereas now you can kind of proper choose and you have more involvement. So for that reason, I choose Need for Speed Rivals, because it's a racing game, and I'd like to have at least one racing game on my PlayStation 4. I do know that there is Drive Club coming out, but I don't really know a lot about it, and from what I have seen about it, I'm not really too interested, as it does seem a bit boring. So that's my second game. My third game is Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs looks awesome. It's kind of like a blend between what kind of a futuristic game and Grand Theft Auto. It seems very futuristic, although it's not really futuristic. It's actually based on a real city over in America that uses basically computer to control everything, and you play a guy who's able to hack into that and use everything to your advantage, and that's really cool. That's something I haven't really seen in the game before. All them elements of hacking, etc. So for that reason, yeah, Watch Dogs. I'll choose Watch Dogs because it just looks really good, and it looks like there'll be a lot of fun to be had with it, although I'm not too sure if there's going to be an online part of it, although I do highly doubt that there will be, but if there is, that would make it a lot cooler. The graphics on it look really good as well. So I'd choose Watch Dogs for that reason. And my fourth game, which is pretty similar in terms of being able to free roam and kind of technical advances, is The Division, which is made by Tom Clancy. Well, it's not made by Tom Clancy, but yeah, Tom Clancy Division. It's basically, it's kind of like, it feels kind of like the Last of Us slash Grand Theft Auto slash role-playing game, because if you've seen there's like a 7 or 11 minute gameplay trailer of that. It's basically set over in America, and it's almost like a survival game. You just literally go around and yeah, do whatever. Just literally find resources, help survivors, etc. And the technology that you have seems quite cool. And also another thing that really sold the game to me was by you being able to use a tablet. Basic, say if you was in a game and I had my tablet and you was on my friends list, I could come into your game and play as a drone, and I can basically assist you in the game literally by controlling off my tablet, so I wouldn't even have to be on my PlayStation 4, which that looks really, really cool. Although I know there's an element of that in Battlefield 4 where you can call in airstrikes from your tablet and it comes into the game, but this just seems like you have a bigger role via the tablet rather than just calling in airstrikes. So for that reason, yeah, I'd say the Division as number 4. And number 5 would be Star Wars Battlefront. I don't know if you played any of the old Star Wars on PlayStation 2. I do know there was the Star Wars on PlayStation 3 as well, but I never really got into them. The Force Unleashed and the Force Unleashed 2, because they were just kind of like a linear game. You just run through, do whatever. Whereas Battlefront, on PlayStation 2 was a lot more fun, being able to jump into spaceships and fly over to the other spaceship and go in there and just literally destroy everyone. It was a lot more fun and a lot more destruction was involved, and yeah, it was just overall a lot more fun. So, and the new one's created by DICE as well, who created Battlefield 4, so of course the technology you're going to be used in the game is going to be really good. Although there's not any gameplay of the new Star Wars, there is a little teaser trailer, but you can never judge a game on cinematics because they're pre-rendered scenes and they don't show true graphics. So I don't know how good the graphics will be, but I can assure you they probably will be pretty good, because Star Wars does generally have pretty good graphics, plus it's created by DICE and it's going to be on PlayStation 4, so there's a lot of elements that do point to having really good graphics. So yeah, those are the 5 games that I'd say go with. I'm going to include a link for each game so you can see a trailer of it, see what you think, and yeah, I know some of you might not agree with the games that I've chosen, but like I said, it is personal and there's a huge variety of games out there. So yeah, so these are the 5 games I've selected. But I do think it's wise to have a game from each different category, just so you got a variety of games on your PlayStation 4. Thank you for watching.